I am Kiran Kumar, Assistant Professor, Department of Humanity Science, MITMysore. Now I am talking about second year engineering subject, that is Constitution of India, Professional Ethics and Cyber Law. This subject introduced by AICT and as well as VTU. Right. So the subject code is 18 CPC 39/49. Previous this subject was studied in first year students. Now it is in second year students. First of all, we go for the syllabus. First module, introduction of the Indian Constitution. So first module, introduction of the Constitution, we have again 5 parts. One is introduction, second one is silent features, third one is making of the Constitution, fourth one is fundamental rights, fundamental duties and direct principle of state policies and as well as preambles. This is all related to first module, that is introduction to the Indian Constitution. Second one is union executive and state executive. So union executive means central government. We have we have parliament system, that is upper house and lower house. Upper house means Rajya Sabha and lower house is Lok Sabha. As well as state executive means we have again parliament system in state. We have one upper house and lower house, Vidhan Sabha and Vidhana Parishad. And also the local government means Panchayat Raj, that is bottom level government, that is Jilla Panchayat, Taluk Panchayat and Gram Panchayat. It is in second module. Third module is election, amendments and emergency provisions. Emergency provisions. First one, election. Election means what is the election? How to conduct the election? What is the role of the election commission? That is all related to election. That is amendment. Amendment means we have already 395 articles, but at present 448 articles in our constitution. Because 395 articles, how came to 448? That is we call it as an amendment. Totally our Indian constitution 103 times amended. Till now 103 times our constitution will be amended. That we are studying in amendments. So this third module we have only 12 major amendments we are studying in this subject. And last one is emergency provisions. So that this power be given by only president. Our president, that state emergency and national emergency and financial emergency. Article 356, Article 352, Article 360. Article 352 is national emergency. Article 356 state emergency. Article 360 financial emergency. It will become third module in election provisions. That is fourth module is professional and engineering ethics. It is a purely in general subject. It is not related to constitution. Professional and engineering ethics means students, its honesty, risk management and all the related to content will be coming in fourth module. Fifth one is internet law, cyber crime and cyber law. Previous this subject it is not included in constitution subject, but 2018 that constitution subject will be reframed. So internet law, cyber crime and cyber law. There is IT related subject. So all the engineering background students are studied in technical. That's why that syllabus will be added in 2018. So these all coming in Constitution of India, right? So this is a core subject. Means single credit. We have single credit for this subject. So IA is 40 marks. Internal assessment is 40 marks. Annual exam is 60. So 60 means 2 hours examination. All 100 questions is multiple choice questions. So it's converted to 60. Total 100 single credit for this subject. This is the overview of syllabus regarding Constitution of India. So now we started for first module, that is introduction to the Indian Constitution. First we studied introduction of Constitution. What is the Constitution? So now we were already studied in 10th standard civics, right? 10th standard civics we already studied in basic of Constitution, fundamental rights, fundamental duties. We are already studied, right? Now tell me about what is the Constitution. Constitution is a comprehensive document. That is all the law, all the amendments, it's handwritten Constitution. That's why we call it as a comprehensive document. And also we call it as a provisional legal framework, because we are followed Constitution. Without Constitution we cannot do any work, any law, because So many times we are facing the emergency powers. That is already written by in constitution only. I already told 352. It is a national emergency. So when we are India will facing the so many problems in the financial or either somewhere attacking the reason, or either now at present we are facing the corona effect. So the president will take as a emergency is power, that is article 352, or either state that chief minister will take the this power article 356, but chief minister will not take this position. The president will be for rule the article through the governor. Okay, so next one is fundamental. Fundamental means constitution is the basic, because all the document what we are using, that constitution means law, then schedules, chapter, everything is written in constitution. That's why it is called as a fundament. Fundament means it is a basic. Without constitution we cannot do anything. So and also we call it as a organic. Organic means it is a handwritten, it is a based for all the functioning, that is administrative functioning. That way we call it as a organics. So these are all coming in the introduction of the constitution. So this main exam we call we are asking only objective questions. That's why I am going for only objective based subject. That means one is introduction of constitutionally. You have so many questions is coming in main exam. That is one is when is our constitution committee will be framed. So I already written making of the constitution, right? That first one is 1934. So our Indian constitution framed in 1934 in the leadership of M.N. Roy. M.N. Roy will be first, that constitution committee will be framed. After that it is not fully success. That way again 1935 INC, that means Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress will start again, that committee will 1935. It is not also effective. That way again Jawaharlal Nehru will start it for another committee will be framed, that is in 1938. 1938 Jawaharlal Nehru again the reformed that constitution committee, that is also effective. Again it will be framed in 1946 March 24. Jawaharlal Nehru committee members will be changed, but it is not again failed. That finally will the committee will be framed in 1947 August 14. The chairman is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So that constitution committee we have 12 members. So that we have 12 members in our constitution committee. So that chairman is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. That Dr. Rajendra Prasad again will divided one another committee, that is draft committee. The draft committee's chairman is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So draft committee chairman is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. It is a draft committee we have 4 members. So the leader is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. So like that, so our constitutional committee will be framed. Finally 1949 November 26, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar hand over the draft to Dr. Rajendra Prasad. That is November 26, 1949. November 29 we called as a draft committee, that is as well as constitutional committee will be hand over to Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So finally it forced in 1950. Finally it forced in 1950 January 26. So finally our constitution will be forced in 1950 January 26. At the time of our constitution, total 395 articles. At the time of 1950, our constitution 395 articles in that constitution and 22 chapters, 12 schedules. But now it is already 103 times our constitution will be re-amended. 103 times our constitution will be re-amended. Total now articles is 448. So let us see that how many questions is coming in first module, that is the introduction to constitution and making of the constitution. That first constitution is what is the meaning of constitution. So obviously we'll give only single word, that is comprehensive document or either fundamental or either document. Easiest way is document. Next one is when is our constitution committee will be framed. That is we called only 1947 August 14. It is the last committee will be framed in the leadership of Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Again, there is one question will be raised, who is the chairman for the Constitution Committee? That is Dr. Rajendra Prasad. Dr. Rajendra Prasad is the committee chairman for Constitution Committee. Next one is, when is our Constitution Committee will be finished that draft? That is in 1949, November 26. Who is the draft committee chairman? The draft committee chairman is Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Then, how much articles in our constitution? So, listen here. Here we have two questions. What that is? One is 1950. How many articles in our constitution means 395 articles. But now at present, how many articles means we have 448 articles. Then again, that another question is, how many times our constitution will be amended? That is in 103 times. These are questions coming in the introduction of the constitution. So now finish only introduction and making the constitution. Next I will talking about silent features of the constitution. So now started silent features of the Indian constitution. So we have 11 silent features in our constitution, because already told our constitution is handwritten constitution. So we have total 11 features. The first one is largest written constitution. So our constitution is very largest and handwritten constitution, because our constitution is already in introduction part I already told we have 395 articles at the time of 1950, but at present 448 articles. So imagine, so US government we have only small constitution, it included only around 70 to 90 articles, but our constitution very largest means 448 articles, 22 chapters, 12 schedules. So that's why our constitution called as a largest constitution and also handwritten constitution. For example, US government handwritten constitution, but for UK it is not handwritten constitution, it is only dictatorship. Without documents, we don't have any documents regarding constitution. That's why we are called as a largest constitution and also written constitution. So second one is party rigid and partly flexible. So we are already talking about amendment, because our constitution 395 articles at the time of 1950, but now it is in 448. So that is partly flexible. So for example, recently our article is 370 reframed. So basically article 370 it is give only special provision for Jammu and Kashmir, but now that our central government, that constitution article 370 will be reframed. Again we take that special proverb, means we cannot give the separate region, separate independent government, separate flag. We are not given that power. That's why our constitution is partly flexible and also partly rigid. Means our constitution we already gives so many amendments, so many provisions. In fundamental rights also we are giving article 12 to 32. We are learning in fundamental rights. Fundamental rights article 32 constitutional remedy will give the special power for the flexible. When the article will be problem for the government, that moment the parliament will be discussing in the panel and refurnish that article, that we called as a partly flexible and also partly rigid. Third one is that our constitution is democratic republic. Our India is democratic, means by the people, for the people and of the people. So that we are called as a democratic, because all the MLAs and MPs we elected only peoples, that is directly elected from peoples, that we called as a democratical and republic. For example, so US government only selected peoples, means those who are in Congress session, means life members will voting for the election. But now here all those who are completed 18 years, all are putting the votes for the MLAs election and as well as MP elections. That's what we are called as democratic and republic our India. Fourth one is parliament system of the government. We are already talking about union executive and state executive. So parliamentary system means we have two sessions. One is two houses. One is Lok Sabha and another is Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha we have 250 members. In Lok Sabha we have 550 members. So Rajya Sabha is 250, Lok Sabha is 550. In 550, direct election is 538. So remaining 12 members we nominated in union territory and as well as such achievement special categories. So totally 550 in Lok Sabha and 250 in Rajya Sabha members. That way our constitution will be parliamentary system in government, and also in the state executive also in the basic of our state regions, and that means our population. Based on our population we have one separate government, we have separate Vidhan Sabha and Vidhana Parishad. Then federal, our constitution we already gave the federal means, so there is no any fixed regions, we give the fully freedom. That is already we are now we are talking about fundamental rights means article 24 and 25 give the special power for the people. That is which one the reason we want, you can go and we can follow that reason. That's why our system is federalism. So now next one is fundamental rights. We already told our constitution is 22 chapters. Already we told 22 chapters in our constitution. Chapter number 3 is fundamental rights. So federal is chapter number 1. So now I already told 22 chapters in our constitution. First chapter is federal. Second one is introduction of the constitution. Third one is fundamental rights. In our constitution, chapter number 3, article 12 to 32 will says fundamental rights. So how many fundamental rights in our constitution? We have 7 fundamental rights, but we are considering only 6. So we are considering only 6 fundamental rights in our constitution. So fundamental rights, chapter number 3, 12 to 32 article numbers. Next is direct principle of state policies. Direct principle of state policies, again chapter number 4, article 52. Article 52, direct principle of state policies will says, direct principle of state policies coming to article 52, chapter number 4. Next one is fundamental duties. We have 11 fundamental duties. So fundamental rights also there in fundamental duties. That's why we called as a constitution is a fundamental. Why we are calling as a constitution fundamental means we have fundamental rights and fundamental duties. Fundamental rights total 7, but we are considering as 6. Fundamental duties is 11. Again article 52. Article 52 will says fundamental duties, total 11 fundamental duties in our constitution. Next, secular state. We have so many religions, we have so many languages, that way we call as a secular. So here there is no fixed language, we have no fixed religions. So many religions is there, so many languages is there, that we call as a secular state. Next one is an independent judiciary. So we have 3, one legislative and so independent legislative means we have 2 sessions, parliamentary system, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha will only follow the articles. So when the parliament members will not follow the articles, that time judicial will be take the punishment or follow the give the introduction what you call that value of the articles. If you not follow the articles, the judicial members will give the will give the advice or either the actions. That's why our constitution will be independent judiciary. So we have we have so many courts. That is, upper court is Supreme Court, it is in Delhi. So all the state we have one higher court, that is we call as a high court. It is all the states, one high court is there, one supreme. In central we have one Supreme Court. That is Article 72. We have learning about independent judicial. Article 72. That finally single citizenship. For example, US government we have two citizenship. Means one is 5 years citizenship and is lifelong citizenship. But here Indian constitution will give only single citizen. You are in stay in Karnataka, or either you are stay in Delhi or stay in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, wherever you will go, only we have single citizens. But US will give two citizenship. That is, one is 5 years, another is lifelong. But here there is no citizenship. Those who are completed 18 years, we get in the voting power. So you are getting voting power. Where you are staying, it is not related to, it is not required, it is getting only single citizen throughout in India. So that way our constitution will give only single citizenship. Totally 11 points is coming in silent features of Indian constitution. We have total 5 to 6 questions coming in this points. That is, one is how many silent features in our constitution. So means how many means 11 silent features in our constitution. So our constitution is dash constitution. We call as a handwritten or very largest constitution. And also, what is the chapter showing in fundamental rights? That is chapter number 3. We will say is fundamental rights. Chapter number 4. What is the meaning of chapter? What will be content will coming in chapter number 4 means direct principle of state policies will coming in chapter number 4. Then how many fundamental duties in our constitution means we have 11 duties. Then as well as how many fundamental rights in our constitution means constitution will give 7 fundamental rights, but we are considering into 6. That constitution articles is article 12 to 32, chapter number 3. That amendment is 44 amendment 1979. Our fundamental rights will be re-amendment. That is 1979. Amendment number is 44. 44 amendment. We already told 103 times our constitution will be amendment. That is 44 amendment 1979. It is fundamental rights will be amended. Right? Next, direct principle of state policies. Direct principle of state policies, amendment number 42. The same year amended by 42 amendment will says direct principle of state policies. Amendment 44 will says fundamental rights. So these are coming in silent features of Indian constitution.